Hey everybody, it's Kim and I am back with another episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast, and I am happy to be here. It's been a little bit of time and it's just because I don't even know why. Just busy with other things, and anyway, I'm just glad to be here, and I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you guys for deciding to join me. I'm really close. I haven't checked, but I'm really close to 600. So I think it's going to be a pattern giveaway at some point, or like a random happy random act of kindness is what I think I'm going to be doing. And so yeah, I am so excited because I think, in the last like 30 days, I've probably got at least 30 new subscribers, and I know it's because people have been shouting me out, and I am so grateful for that. So I think at the end of this video, I'm going to add in a clip of my own shout outs for some people. Because you got to pay it forward. Anyway, thank you for everybody if you have been here with me for a very long time and you are a long time subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out with me and clicking that like button, giving me a thumbs up, and subscribing. If you are in the shadows and you just kind of watching and you haven't subscribed, please do. I know it's a lot of people out there that you can watch, but if you like what you see and you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, you will always be notified every time I upload a new video. So yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram as Kim the Crafty Nomad. You can find me on Ravelry, and please do and friend me over there. My name is Pettis Kim Knits, Pettis KIMKNITS. Thank you so much for going over there and friending me. Let's see, where else can you find me? I do have a podcast group, a Facebook group for this podcast, I should say, and I will link it down below. And let me just apologize. The last video, I said I was going to link all this stuff down below, and I never put the links in. These links will come in a couple of days for today. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Anyway, so we have a podcast group, which I did name. And I think I know what I'm going to do for my shout outs. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So I told you where to find me on Ravelry. I told you where to find me on Instagram. I told you that you can join our podcast group over on Facebook. I do also have an Etsy shop. It's called Ebony Pearl, and I will also link that down below. What I do over there is I sell my project bags. So yeah, if you are interested in something like that, just go on over there and see what I have to offer. I am a sort of, it's definitely a side hustle for me, so I'm not always updating over there. But yeah, go over there and see if you see anything you like, and if you do, go ahead and grab it. Alright, so for today, I am going to talk about some whips. I have some FOs, and I also have, I want to talk about a couple other things after that to just wrap things up. You know what, hold on one second, because I forgot one thing that I definitely want to talk about, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I do have notes today, so I'm going to start talking about my whip. So, first and foremost, shout out to Angelia Whitson of the Little Xenia Patch podcast, who has recently released her very first pattern, and it is a Lovey. I'll try to pop a picture in somewhere of what hers looked like. And Laurel over at the Dabbling Hook also made one. She tested for her, and I think Karen from Happiness is Homemade also made one. And I'm just in the beginning stages of making my Lovey. So mine is going to be, sorry, things are all tangled up right now, and I don't want to knock like a whole lot of things in. Okay, so mine's gonna be yellow and blue. And I'll put a picture in. I'll grab a picture somewhere of what this is supposed to look like. But I am just working on the head part. But mine is going to be blue and yellow. So this is just some Village Yarn worsted weight. And the colorway is probably just yellow. It just has a color number, looks like. Yeah, they don't put an actual color name. Be both in worsted weight, and I'm on the head. I'm gonna give this a lot of love tonight, I think. But that I'm working on. I'm so proud of Angelia. She is one of the sweetest people in this community, and I'm so excited for her to have released her own pattern. So guys, I will link the pattern down below. Go ahead and grab it, support her. If you like making loveys, if you have a baby gift to make, this will probably be a good one. So go ahead. This will be my very first lovey. I've never made one, so for me, it's just gonna, I don't have anybody that I know of having a baby anytime soon, but I'm just gonna use it as a gift later. I'm gonna hold on to mine until the baby comes along for somebody. Anyway, so that's that for that. The other thing that I am working on is a weaving project, and I barely got started on this one. And so I want to show you my weaving board. I got this one from Etsy, and you can see it's called a flexi loom, and you can see how it's bending in, and that's the flexi part of it. Anyway, it's warped, and I've already started to put that first layer of I forgot what you call that part, but that is what's gonna hold the first part of it. And when you first start your weaving, you put in like a cardboard or something just to stop everything, so that things just won't slide all the way to the bottom. So, and then they'll have room to tie it off at the end. So that's that. And what I'm using, I decided for this one, I have a FO that I'm going to show you guys. And I use all kinds of worsted weight yarns for that one. And I'll use various colors. This time I decided that I was going to go with a cotton cake that I have. And I don't know if this is called calico flower or something like that. But I know that I have made a toy out of this. I think I made a toy. Anyway, I don't know what I made out of. This is a Karen cotton cake from last year. Not the big giant ones they have this year, but the Karen cotton cakes from last year. And so that's what I'm using. I decided for this piece, this is all I'm going to use. So it's just going to be a bunch of different weaving techniques, but with the same yarn. So I use weaving needles when I'm weaving. So I got this set from, I think, Blick Art online. Just like a really long yarn needle. That's what it looks like. But anyway, so that's at the very beginning. Not a lot of progress yet on that. I just started it. So I'll be working on that a little bit too before the weekend is over. Last time we got together, I showed you guys that I had gotten into making the zipper pouch. I was trying different techniques. And so I tried another one. And this one is where I blanket stitched around the zipper and then started crocheting on that blanket stitch. And what I'm using here is a Lily Sugar and Cream cotton. And I used the vast majority of the ball for this. And honestly, it's pretty much done. It's not going to be much bigger than this. It's just going to be a little pouch. I need to sew in the bottom. I need to line it. And then sew in the ends of the zipper. And this will be done. But this is still a whip. I use the herringbone half double crochet that I learned from one of the squares from the Unraveled Mittens 2019 Stash Busting Cow. And so I just love this stitch. So far I've made a hat, and now I made a little pouch out of it. And yeah, I've been experimenting with different ways to do zipper pouches without having to hand sew the zipper in afterwards. And so I tried another technique, but I didn't like the way it was coming out. I will try that one again, I think, but I'll show it to you when I'm successful with it. So there you go for that. And this is just, I believe, a 6-inch zipper, and so that sort of dictated the size of the pouch. Okay, that's that. And then this one, I'm going to show you guys a new C2C project that I'm starting. And I'm very excited about this pattern. And gosh, I hope I can keep focused, because let me just say, you already saw the weaving. You know, some Crafty Nomad shenanigans have been going on where I'm like bopping around from project to project, from craft to craft. And today I got some shenanigans to show you guys. So I want to stay focused on this because I'm excited about this. I did not know that this specific pattern existed, and I'm not even going to tell you guys what it is until you can tell on your own what it is. So here is my, shoot, let's see, is there a way to do this without ruining everything, just to kind of show you what I'm doing here. This actually, I'm doing a mini half double crochet on this one, and I just really want to be successful with one of these things. And so I'm hoping, especially for this one, that it will really, really work out. And I'll give you a hint. This is based on one of my favorite TV shows. So you probably may have seen this before. But anyway, here's what I did. Because I just get all crazy with these bobbins. See all these bobbins driving me nuts? But you see how they hanging in there? Well, this is what I did. I just took those stitch markers that you look like a little plastic safety pin, and clipped it that way. And I think that's why I might actually be successful with this one. So, and I put one right here so I'll always know what the front of it is. And it's coming along. So this is going to be a fairly big project. But as soon as I finish this square, you will know what TV show it's based on. So I'm using Mainstays yarn for this. And I don't remember the colorways. But that's my next whip that I want to work on some more this weekend. I think I'm going to work on the Lovey tonight, and then maybe tomorrow I really should work on the C2C, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Hopefully I won't forget. So I showed you the Lovey, showed you the weaving, I showed you the pouch, and I showed you the C2C project. So those right now are the whips I'm going to share for today. Now on to the FOs. I do have a weaving FO that, if you follow me on Instagram, or you're in the Facebook group, or in multiple other Facebook groups, I have posted this picture all over Facebook and on Instagram of this finished object, but I will post a picture of it right here. And so I used a bunch of different worsted weight. I think the hot pinky one is raspberry. I love this yarn. The purple is, no, Red Heart with Love. The purple is, the solid purple is, I love this yarn. The multicolored purple is the purple I use for the mermaid that you guys have seen that I gave away, and that was a yarn bee, or that was I love this yarn. It was from Hobby Lobby for sure. And then the pink that's in it is that random pink ball that I have from Daiso Japan. And what other colors are in there? I think those are the major colors. And I hope you guys like it. I enjoy making it. And see what I mean about shenanigans? Got the weaving thing going on right now. Got that weaving bug. So what I use to hang it are these dowels. And I believe this is like, it's that Michael's brand of crafting stuff. But anyway, I got these dowels, and these probably cost me like $3, and it's a bunch of them in here, like 16 in the pack. And that's what I use to hang this one, and I use to hang that one back there too, but I think that's a thicker dowel. I love it when people use natural like branches and things. I just don't have any, so I use the dowels for that. So that's one finished object. And when I was sitting here preparing for the podcast, I was like, what have I been working on? Where's my stuff? But it was the weaving that I really focused on since the last time you saw me. And then, guys, Crafty Nomad Shenanigans, I have actually begun to do a little bit of loom knitting. Now, my husband bought me looms, I would say, at least 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 years ago for either my birthday, Christmas. It was just in a gift bag with a bunch of crafty items. And I never used them. Never, ever. And then I got the itch. The Crafty Nomad tendencies just jumped up and was like, let's wave. Let's do some, no, let's do some loom knitting. So I went looking for my looms. They're gone. So I think I gave them away. There was a point a few years ago where I was like, oh, I just have too much stuff. I'm going to take it all to Goodwill. So I did. It's a bad mood because I go through these moods where I am into paper crafting and I'm not. I want to loom knit. Oh, I don't. I want to make soap. Oh, I don't. And so if I haven't done it for years, I have this thing where I'm just going to give all the stuff away. That's what happened several years ago. Gave away so many things that I have since repurchased some of those things, and the looms are one of them. And so, I have made 2 loom knit baby hats. Aren't they so cute? And these are gonna go for charity. I think I'm gonna donate these ones to Knit for Kids. But look at how cute these turned out. These are my very first loom knitted hats. And I will tell you that I really, so this yarn, let me first tell you, this yarn, I got this from Daramore's. I ordered from Daramore's, and I think Daramore's is in England somewhere, and I had ordered some Stylecraft stuff, and I bought these 2 balls of supposedly chunky yarns, and it was by a company called Tivoli, Joyful Chunky is what it was called. Tivoli Joyful Chunky. And then, to me, it wasn't that chunky. I didn't bring it over here, and I guess it's not. It's chunkier than worsted, but for instance, on the loom that I used, they said just take a couple of yarns of worsted and do it 2-stranded. Well, I did this 2-stranded, and to me, that I don't know, the worsted is going to be that much thicker than that. But this yarn is a premium 100% acrylic. I probably could do better on my pom-poms trimming, hair cutting, but you know, there you go. And but it's soft, it's squishy, it's, you know, next to skin soft. And so I loved how these came out. Now, what I like about, okay, so I've seen people loom knit, and I just actually didn't like the way it looked. And, you know, it does make a fairly narrow tube, but this is fairly stretchy. And you can definitely, you know, get it on comfortably on a baby's head, and it wouldn't, you know, squeeze or hurt. I'm going to try to make a kid size one next. I just used the second smallest loom for these, and this was a 40 peg loom that I used for these. And I follow a tutorial from, I think her name is Denise, but her channel is called Lumahat. Lumahat. And she has a website, lumahat.com. And she has some really great tutorials and patterns. And what I've seen in the past when I see people make these hats is that the brim is just how it ends, you know. But she showed how to make this thickened, very distinct brim on the hat, and I really like this look of the hat. So I'm pleased with these. And what I will say is loom knitting, if you're gonna be, you need to make a bunch of things for at the last minute, or if you want to make a bunch of hats, if you have like a goal of making you know, hats for charity, loom knitting is the way to go. I mean, it went really quickly. I made both of these. I made one yesterday and one today, start to finish. And I thoroughly enjoy the process. So I think I'm probably just going to have a regular loom knitting project. And there's a lot of stuff you can make on the loom. And join the Facebook group. That's super encouraging. And yeah, love it. So that's that. And I think that's all my finished objects. So the next thing I want to talk about is Mama Llama Kayla's yarn bingo for the month of May. My sheet is beat up because I had it in my purse, but that's my bingo card. And once, I think I gotta add one more square, and I think that was, is there one to give away? No, they're not. Oh, create something to donate. I will be able to do that square because I'm donating those. And then create something to represent a TV show. If I can pull it off, I only got a couple days left to May, but so that's why I need to focus on that piece. I think if I focus, I could actually get it done in the next few days and actually get that square. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not one to try and just make the squares work. If they work with my projects, then I'll, you know, be able to mark them off. But if not, you know, I'm hoping I can get a bingo. I got a bingo last month, but so far I have create a wall hanging with the weaving. Finish a whip was that little last cotton zipper pouch. I gotta finish a whip twice. I don't know what I can't remember what the other whip was. Create a purse was that. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, learn a new stitch. I got that one because of learning how to loom knit. Anyway, that's it. But this is yarn bingo. I will link it down below so that you guys can maybe join in for the June yarn bingo. It's a really fun, really active Facebook group. And you know, I'm not even in it for the prizes. I'm in it for the camaraderie. So, but there are prizes when Kayla can manage. She's been again asking for prayers. Lots of things she could use our prayers with her health, but she's a fantastic lady, fantastic. Just graduated her last kid from her homeschool, so she's free from that portion of her life, and hopefully the healing and all that will continue for her. Anyway, that's it for that. And then the only other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was this project that I did last Sunday with my Sunday school class. So right now I'm in the process. We are on rotation to teach the second graders at our church for Sunday school. We teach every other Sunday. And speaking of Sunday, at the end of this, I will put in a couple clips from church. Because I haven't done that in a long time. But I wanted to share with you guys, we decided, based on our lesson, we talked a lot about how God defends us and that kind of thing. And based on that lesson, we had the kids make cards for our soldiers because our May is National Military Appreciation Month, and tomorrow's Memorial Day, and it's just a good time to say thank you. So I found I was just looking for card tutorials because of I got these paper packs. I got one of those Michael's grab bags. For once in my life, I got one. Got there and they had one grab bag left, and it was all 12 by 12 paper pads in the bag. And some of my paper pads were duplicated, so, and all of them were holiday ones, Christmas ones. So what I decided to do is that I'm going to try to take one packet or one 12 by 12 pad and basically kill it and use up every bit of it to make cards. And however many cards I make out of that, I will use them in giveaways, I will use them in swaps, but mostly I wanted to donate them to an organization, I believe it's called Cards for Soldiers. I'll link it down below. And this is an organization where they pull together people make cards all over the country, mail them into this organization, and what they do is they send out these blank cards to soldiers who might not necessarily be able to get to a stationery store, but they still want to write home to their families, and it's nice to have, and they can't a lot of times do email. Apparently they definitely have a hard time depending on where they're deployed to making phone calls. So next best thing is snail mail. So people make cards, and I made some, and I'm not proud of mine because I used the wrong glue, and they really don't look, some of them look terrible. But I'll show you the ones that I made to send over, and I have envelopes. So here's my first one, and these are just, you know, blank on the inside, and I will have envelopes to go with them. This one didn't come out the best because of the type of glue I use. So this is a thinking of you. All of mine will be sentiments like that, thinking of you. And you can see this all came from the same paper pad. And then like some brown cardstock as a mat. And this is all bumpy because of the wrong glue. So that was, and this one opens this way. Not a great job, so this one won't go. So I had the idea that what we would do is make thank you cards for our soldiers who defend us, who put their lives on the line for our country, no matter what you think about the commander-in-chief. If you support him or if you don't, we of course need to support our military, no matter what we think about what's going on in Washington, because these are young men and women who really are laying their lives on the line for us. So we talked to the kids about that, and they all made cards, and I just want to share them with you. And so I'll just show you the outsides. Okay, so Cards for Soldiers, let me go back. They send cards like that, blank ones for the soldiers to use, but they also send cards from the kids to encourage them, and so that's what we did. We're going to put all this in one envelope and send it off. So thanks a lot. It was so fun. We had cards, we had stickers, and let me see, I'll show you that one. And I'll just show you some from the inside. I really appreciate what you do for us. If you hand drew a heart with some stickers on the inside. These are from 8-year-olds, guys. Thank you. This one has great handwriting and lots of stickers. And she just said, I appreciate you. And then here's another one. Wow, some of these kids did a really, thanks a bunch. Thank you for serving our world. And this kid's awesome. She is a fantastic, they all are. And then we have thanks a bunch with some little hearts. And then I appreciate you. So cute. Okay, let me try to hurry up. Next one is thank you so much. Bunch of stickers. Thanks so much. The smiley face and more stickers. This is the one that I showed them as an example, which is why a lot of them say thanks a bunch. This is the one I did. And I used the right glue on this one so it looks good. Thanks a bunch. I used some washi tape, some stickers. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you, and I sign my name. Thanks for your help. Stickers and drawing. I appreciate you and your service. Oh man. Can you just imagine if you're a soldier and you get one of these? I mean, these are heartfelt. Thank you a lot. I appreciate your service. This is one of the other teachers who did this one. Thank you so much. Your service is appreciated. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate what you do for the for the US. And then this one just says thank you. Thank you for your service. And she does lots of shading. And the last one, very colorful. Thank you. I appreciate you. A bunch of stickers. So anyway, I just thought they did such a great job that I wanted to share that with you guys. I think that's going to be it. That's going to be all for this episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. Comment down below if you have some recommendations of loom knitting tutorials. I'm on the lookout now that I have mastered the hat. I'm ready to try something different. But Denise over at Luma Hat has a ton of things for me to learn over there, so honestly I got a lot. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a long weekend. I'm off tomorrow, and I'm hoping to go to the gym. I kind of want to take a Zumba class. I have to look at the schedule but I also want to go to a Zoom meeting that is tomorrow. So if the two conflict, then I will probably go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill, and at the same time come home after that, or I'll go there after the chat. So I'm gonna try to jump on a crochet Zoom meeting tomorrow. So anyway, Crafty Nomad shenanigans. I showed you weaving, I showed you loom knitting, I showed you crochet, and I showed you some paper crafting today. I am all over the place. I even showed you a little bit of stamping. Not real stamping. Anyway, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be all. I will see you guys next time on the next episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast, and I will see you